And once we, yeah, I think I'm live. Okay, yes, I am. Let me just put this in the chat. Go check out NVO documentation. What else? What else? Yeah, we need to tweet. So live on YouTube now. Now join in. Okay. What else? Also, let me check few things. I want to check something. So give me a time. Also, let's talk about what we are going to do today. We are going to work on, yeah, we are going to work on migrating from V2, NVO V2 to NVO V3 alpha. So we can do testing, like early testing, and give feedback to the team so they can improve on it, as this will be a major version. Yeah, you already know that, like, it's we are going from V1 to V3. Yeah, so it will be a major version. But anyway, now that we are live, let's start. There is a migration guide somewhere. Yes. So 15 months have passed since official HyperIndex V2. Since then, we have shipped 32 minor versions and multiple patches with zero breaking changes to documented API. We also received PRs from six external. We have also received PRs from six external contributions and grew from one GitHub star to 456, and saw many big projects rely on HyperIndex. Yep, there are bunch of big projects using us. I don't know if I can talk about them, like what our contract says, but pretty sure there is, like, you can see this one is here, this one is here, plus our site shows bunch of projects that you know. I guess this is well, aerodrome and velodrome, beefy. Okay, I have to check. Yeah, this is Genesis Pay. So there are a bunch of big projects using us. Now let's go. HyperIndex V3 Alpha focuses on modernizing the codebase and laying the foundation for, where is my OBS? Sorry about that. I was trying to, let me just, yes, this thing works. We don't want, yeah, this much zoom is fine. Okay, where we are here, modernizing the code base and laying the foundation for many more months of development. This guide walks you through upgrading from V2 to V3, new features, CommonJS to ESM. I know, I don't know what exactly that means. Like, I have seen it in config files, JavaScript config files, but I don't know what CommonJS is and what ESM is. So that's a skill issue. So ignore that. We migrated HyperIndex from CommonJS only to ESM only. This enables using latest version of libraries that have long since abandoned CommonJS support. Top level await in handler file. Okay, so top layer await, you see this is the top layer await. Otherwise, you have, if you have used any TypeScript file, it shows, give me a second. Yeah, it shows an error if you do this. Await, you have to put this into async function, and that then it's available. So this is quite nice. Thanks to migration to ESM, you can now use await directly in handler files and other files. Okay. Automatic handler registration, source slash handlers. Okay, we introduced automatic registration of handler files located in source handlers. Previously, we needed a specific, sorry, we previously we needed to specify an explicit path to handler file and every contract in config.yaml. Now you can remove all the paths from config and simply move the files to source slash handlers. You can name the files however you want, but we suggest using contract name and having file per contract, having a file per contract. Yeah, I get what team is trying to do, but what if, it would have been great if I can do event. Also, I'll tell this feedback to the team. Handler level files. So not contract, one contract per file. If I have option to go for I want option for two things. So contract level files and what do you call, contract level files and handler level files. So I can manage them both. Right now, if you see here, so this is okay. I didn't know we have an issue. Can't find dot slash common. Okay, so it's dot slash common. Cool. Let's see where else are we. Cool. So this is proxy. Okay, then we have an error. Okay, we don't have an error here. Do we have an error here? No. Let's remove this. That's cool. Let's go. Okay, there isn't anything. Okay, you get the idea, right? So this file is like 200 lines. If it goes to like 1000 lines, um, because there are multiple events or 20 or 30 events emitted from single contract. Uh, this will be a large file, and that might not be ideal. But again, how you want to handle it, it's okay. If you don't like it, use handlers option, and so you still have an option to go for it. Define the handler path. Yeah, then the what I was talking about is already built in. The explicit handle field still works, so you don't need to change anything immediately. Cool. Live RPC for live indexing built by external contributor Cairo.eth. Cairo.eth. Let's see. Okay, this is cool. So I'm assuming they are using us. They are using NVO, and that's why he's contributing, and that's pretty nice. Built by external contributor to allow specifying live mode for RPC data source and embrace low latency head tracking. Cool. In this case, the RPC won't be used for historical sync but will join the source selection logic when entering the live indexing. Okay, so you get benefit of both. Going for with hypersync you get fast historical indexing, and with RPC you get fast live indexing. In this case RPC won't be in this case RPC won't be used for historical syncs. Okay, we already read that. Here, chain info on context. Okay, why the handler event object provides a nice way to get chain info via chains and chain property. So my question is, we already have it, right? But it's on event. Also context dot chains. Okay, I guess this is useful, but I don't know why we need chain ID here. Like, having it is great, but what is different from having context, having chain ID in context compared to what we have already, which is event.chain ID. Also, is live is great, but you also get it here. You don't get it here technically. If you see context.chains, let me open this. You see this? I guess you have to do something like this. No, I'm doing something wrong. Yeah, dot is ready. So somewhat different. So yeah, it's somewhat different. This part I definitely understand. This I understand. I don't know why we have this. Let's see. Let's see the next part, which is experimental ClickHouse sync. We added experimental support for ClickHouse Sync. Postgres still serves as primary database, and you can additionally sync the entities to ClickHouse database that that is restart and reorg resistant. I understand reorg resistant. I am not sure what restart resistant means. Maybe I can improve documentation here. Configure environment variable NVO ClickHouse sync, NVO ClickHouse database. Currently supported only on dedicated plan. Do not run multiple syncs to the same database at the same time, which also there is no issue, but I'll ask why shouldn't we do this? Like, is there a reason? Most probably like table collision, where you might have, not sure, but yeah, if there are same tables with same name and you push data, it would create some issues. Okay, hypersync source improvements, multiple updates on hypersync side to achieve smaller latency and low and less traffic. Okay, yeah, I do remember discussion about this from Jono, which is sorry, again, Jono, who is NVO team member, and he worked on this. I don't know if he's the only person worked on the hypersync part, or but he was talking about this cap and proto and server side events. But I'm pretty sure rest of the team like contributed, the engineering team. I'm not saying marketing team and others, but yeah, server side events instead of polling to get updates about new blocks, cap and proto instead of JSON for query serialization, cache for queries with repetitive filters, huge egress saving when indexing thousands of addresses. Egress is like egress means the act or way of leaving the place. Okay, so saving on bandwidth and quicker responses for you, because you don't have to send that much data to the servers. That's my assumption. Fuel block support, so we already have like on block handler, and that's what team added to the fuel blockchain. And most exciting part, which is Solana HyperIndex now supports Solana with RPC as a source. This feature is experimental and may go minor breaking changes. To initialize Solana project, do pnpx nvo alpha 4 init svm. See Solana documentation for more details. pnpx nvo init. Okay. Remove the language selection to prefer TypeScript by default. Yes, this is the thing I worked on. So, and this also, I did add one more. I still have to do like 4 more, but my current focus is on sales. So Let's see. I'll I'll definitely get this done by the end of the year. I want to get it done. Okay, so this is the thing I worked on. Cool. On block handlers only. On block handler only indexes. Oh, okay. On block handler only indexer. So you don't need event handlers in it, and you can just work with on block handlers and to do some tasks. I don't know what you guys are going to do with it, but yeah, uh, if users want this feature, we'll add it. I still have to think about it, how it might be useful. So let's see. Now, now it is possible to create indexes with only on block handlers. Previously, it was required to at least have one event handler for it to work, and will become the contracts field became optional in config.yaml. Cool. Flexible entity field. We no longer have restrictions on entity field names, such as type and others. Shape your entities in any way you want. There are in any way you want. There are also improvements in generating the database columns in same order as they are defined in schema. Is it why is it useful generating columns in the same way? I don't know, but uh, I have to think like why it might be important. Maybe the customers who are using dedicated plan and they want database access, they know each field or each column and where it is. But again, you are not gonna fetch column by index or whatever you want to call it. It will be named, right? So having it in that particular order, I don't know, but some user might have asked for it. That's why team added it. Unordered multi-chain mode by default. Unordered multi-chain mode is now default behavior. This provides better performance for most use cases. If you need ordered multi-chain behavior, you can explicitly set multi-chain ordered in your config. Okay, yeah, like 99% of the. I don't know how many users use this. I don't know the exact distribution, but 99% will use like unordered. I don't know why which use case will it be where you need to use ordered. I'll I'll be confused because each blockchain has like different, what do you call this, different block times, and that will mess up your indexing. Please take this with a grain of salt. I never used order mode, so I'm just talking about it here directly. So there will be very few use cases where you need to use ordered. That's what I want to say. Pre-order preload optimization by default. Preload optimization is now enabled by default, replacing the previous loaders and preloaders options. This improves historical sync performance automatically. Okay, Node.js 22 is minimum now. PN changes in handler file don't trigger code gen on PNPM code gen on pnpm code on pnpm dev. So we have to do code gen and dev if we are changing this. Handler file changes, removed accidental create effect in favor of create effect, renamed. Okay, there is a lot here. Let's go for this part. Setup dependencies, cool. Go for this. Do we have type? Okay, we do have engines. Let's copy this and paste it here. Remove the last comma. Then dependency, we will copy the version and paste it here. Then dev dependencies. TypeScript 5.73 and above. Okay, this is great. Let's copy it, run it. Cannot remove, no such dependency. Okay, do we? Okay, let's remove it manually. We remove that and we'll do add this. I have to check where we are using TS node because I haven't seen it. Cool. We added TSX. You see, update Mocha command. Do we have Mocha? Yes, we do have it. Let's change that. What's next? If you use TS node for start script, okay, we are not using TS node. Oh, does TSC count? Update compiler options. Let's see if this works. Otherwise, we'll change all of this to where is start. Okay, oh no, we don't have to change anything. Start already uses NVO start. Maybe a older version is using TS node. And yeah, so this part is also done. Now next is this. It's TS config, right? Yeah, TS config. We already have target. ES module true. Skip lib. ES module interop. Skip lib. Then target that needs to be changed to 2022. We'll change this also. Allow JS true. Resolve JSON module true. Force module detection. Do we have that? Force. Okay, we don't. Module detection force. Oh, sorry. Let me configure this. Okay, great. isolated. Control F. ISO. Should we just like copy paste the whole thing? I don't even. Okay. Just we can just copy paste that thing and it should work. Yeah, there is a button at the top. You can just replace that. Now what we should do, update config.yaml. Change, rename networks to chain. Okay, networks to chains config. Go, we don't need this and we don't need this. Let's do chains and that works. Update multi-chain mode if applicable. Remove it. Okay, so instead of multi-chain, let me go back. Instead of this we just need to do multi-chain. Loader, preloader, dynamic. New option for batch size. If you're using max batch size and environment variable, I don't think I am. Also, I'm not gonna open this. Automatic handler registration optional. Optionally move your handler files to source and remove the explicit handler path in from config. So this is optional. We will keep our current setup as it is. Now what's next? Remove deprecated environment variable. We don't have any right now. That's great. Block.chain ID will be, oh, in the, oh, okay, it's block.chain ID and we are not using block. Transaction kind will be transaction type. Chain type will be chain ID context. Okay, I don't know when this was happening. Transaction.chain ID, but we are already using like event.chain ID whenever we want to use it. Removed generated by, replacement is coming in future. Okay, get generated by chain ID. Cool. pnpm nvo code gen. Pick migration checklist. Upgrade to this. Enable prepare on v2 dependencies. Okay, we already did everything. Cool. Now what we want to do is we want to change everything. Okay, I don't know how we can do that. Cool, cool. Don't know. Still, wallet is wallet is type and must be imported using type only imports. Can you show me an example, maybe? import wallet like this. No. Oh, okay. We first we should do like pnpm codian. Will that work? Yes, it will. Now let's do wallet. Great. Wallet refers to a value, but being used as a type here. Okay. Type of. What's up with ID? Okay, I might be having some issues. I'll check. But if we completely remove this argument of, okay, what type do we need? We need wallet. Oh, what we can do is wallet type T. Yeah, and everything works. Let's go here. I guess it's the same thing. The type issues, market type, and game. Let me use game T. Okay, great. Does that solve the issue? We need to do market type. Okay, then why do I have to change it here but not here? Sorry. Get market type. Market type. Okay, no. PNPM dev. Let me just check few things. And we can move on. I just want to check if everything works. Like at least it should start indexing. Okay, no. Crashed. Okay, okay. Let's remove the test part, which is completely unnecessary. I know there will be bunch of errors. So you see, all of these are just like type errors. Exchange.ts. Oh, that's bad. Where am I using this? Remove this part. We don't need it. Okay, we also don't need this, I guess. Order book T, and that works. So let's remove this type. What's next? Where are we using small order book? Match case. Okay. What's the difference between capital O and small o? I'm getting confused. Let's just try to use this and see if we get an. Okay, we don't get an error, which is a good thing. So now we have this. Where are we using this? Order filled. Type. What happened? What happened? Okay. We just don't. We just won't use it. Order filled. T. Transaction hash. Okay. For some reason, let me check schema. Hash. Okay. There is some issue. Oh, is it order filled event T? Yes. Let's go to schema and see order filled. Okay, order. Sorry, filled. We found that. Where? Okay, yeah. I guess we should change this to like hash transaction. Okay, understandable. Sorry. Do code gen. This will throw an error. Hopefully, it will throw an error. Yes. Hash. It works. Let's see. Yes, we still have one more thing to focus on. Wallet T. Remove this. Okay, this is good. Also, let me stop sharing my screen and just check if we have env. Okay, no, we don't. That's why this is slow. Let me add the env file. Sorry, API key. Go to. You can just click here and check out the API key. But for me, I don't have GitHub logged in on this profile. So I'll just copy it, go to nvo, go to .env, paste it, save, remove, and I'll share this again. Let's see. We need to do code gen, then run dev and see what's happening. Okay, this is pretty awesome. You see, events processed 2.6k, 2.9, 3.6. That's why you use NVO. You don't get this performance anywhere else. Just keep that in mind. 4.5k, 4.4, 4.2, which is pretty awesome. If you want to backfill like millions of events, this is the performance you want. Let me stop this. Everything is working fine. Everything happened correctly. We did need to change a few things here and there so that we don't get any errors. Let me add this git commit migrate to v3 alpha git push. Okay, we have done this. Let's go here to not this, Polymarket indexer. Yeah, this one. You can see my profile. Yeah. So anyway, go follow me there, and don't forget to follow NVO here. Also, go and star the repo. We need to go higher. Let's see. What else? What else? Okay, we are working on this. Let's get back to it. I know we don't have enough time, but let's see what we can do. Order book exchange. Oh no, not order book. Open interest. Open interest source. Do we have? Okay, am I missing something? Oh yes, 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 yes. I am. I didn't start with open interest yet, so let's start with that. First thing we want to do is open subgraph.template.yaml. Open networks. Where is networks.yaml? Yes. Great. Now this is the contract conditional tokens, and you can see contract address. Conditional tokens config.yaml. Name conditional tokens address. Copy. Next, handlers, conditional token handlers, conditional tokens ts. Okay, start block is wrong, we have to copy this. Let me just check, is there any other contract? Yes, negative risk adapter. So conditional tokens and negative risk adapter. is this. Now name, we'll use this name. Address is this. Handler path start block needs to change. Let's put the ABI files there. First ABI file is ABI negative risk adapter. Yes, this one. Let me copy this. New file dot JSON. Copy. Great. Let me copy the second name. What's the second name? Negative risk adapter and ABI conditional tokens. New file JSON. Go to conditional tokens. Copy this, paste it here. Okay. This is good enough for us for now. Yeah, let's start with, what should we start with? I guess negative adapter. No, conditional tokens. Okay, we still have to modify the YAML file. I completely forgot we haven't added the events. Events dash how many do we have? One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is the ABI same? I don't think so. Negative risk adapter. Let's find event. And in conditional tokens, let's find event. Okay, it might not be same. Okay, it is definitely not same. There might be some. Okay, there are some overlaps, but I don't think where this is negative risk adapter. Let's search for. Okay, questions prepared is not in the conditional tokens. Market prepared is not there. Okay, this is pretty interesting because indexed. Okay, even though name is same, if you see indexed, then indexed bytes, and then we have array. So even though the name is same, this is different. handle split and handle split. Okay, we have to write two functions with same name. We don't have to. They have written two functions with same name. Ours will be somewhat different. Let's create, no, back to this. 1 2 3 4. There are four. 1 2 3 4. Let's do, am I in conditional tokens? Yes. Position split, position merge, position redemption, condition preparation. Okay, events A B C. Here there are six, so 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, we have added everything that we want. Next part is working on the handlers. So let's create the files. Okay, let's start with conditional tokens. So what happens if we do open folder and create this? Does it create a file? No, it doesn't. Great. Let's create a new file, and then second file will be negative risk adapter .ts. We still have to work on schema. Go to schema. Our schema is getting way too big for what we are doing. And this is open interest related entities. Let's just copy paste the whole thing, and then we'll try to remove things that we don't need. We don't need this entity part. Remove that. ID, okay, big int, big ID, big int. Okay, everything looks good. There is no issue. Okay, I guess only 1 minute is remaining. So we will keep the, or we'll wait the, okay, sorry. We'll work on the handlers tomorrow and see what happens. Cool. Before I go, let me highlight few things. If you're watching till now, go subscribe to the channel. I wanted to get subscribers to 100 by the end of this year, but I guess in 5 days I can't get 25 subscribers. Anyway, if you're watching till now, thanks for watching. Go check out NVO at nvo.dev. You see this? Go check out NVO underscore indexer. So this is the Twitter handle, and you can check out my Twitter handle here, VHINTAD. This is my Twitter handle. So go follow all three, and if you have any questions, please drop them in the Discord, NVO Discord. If you have any feedback on how I can improve, add it here in the comments. I'm very happy to listen to that. Let's see. Anyway, cool. Thanks for joining the stream and see you guys tomorrow. Same time. Bye.